March was such a terrible month for me personally, so here's to hopefully a wonderful April. So yeah, I started the month with Creed as most people did, and I just realized I didn't do a review for this film, and I remember why. It was because the film was like just alright. And I went through my period of watching all the Creed Rocky films last year. Do not ever do that within a week. It would kill you. It would drain your brain. And I think that's what happened to me. I think it just leaked over to this year, or just, I don't know, because I was actually pretty hyped for it going into it. But the film, I won't say the film wasn't mid, it wasn't bad, and it was good. It was actually a pretty good film. And I think it was just the fact that it was literally the same thing that you see in any other Creed or Rocky film, which, to be fair, I get. It's a boxing film. There's only so much you can change. But I don't know, I just expected him to die. But it wasn't bad, but I don't know, I expected something different. But in fairness, the fight scenes were different, you know? The final fight, when the way plays just grayed out, the way Michael B. Jordan added some anime elements to the fighting and everything, the way he took that punch and stuff. You know? There's also this bit that relives rent-free in my head, that Michael B. Jordan is teased by Jonathan Majors in the final fight. Overall, it's a really perfectly alright movie. I have no regrets watching it. If you want to go see it, go see it. It's really, you enjoy yourself. It's not bad. But also, one thing I don't like about the film, how does Jonathan Majors' character just switch up like that? Doesn't make sense. But yeah, that's just me. Then I watched 65, and do not let me begin on this film. Just watch my previous review. Honestly, I won't even advise you to watch that review, but if you really want to know what's up with that film, in my opinion, just watch that review. I'm disappointed enough to even remember the fact that I watched this movie. Plus, honestly, I have forgotten everything about it. It was, I won't even say it was bad, but it was bad. But they're bad films that I still remember that they were bad, and that I loved them because of the fact that they were bad. This film was just bad. If you want to see a review, just watch that review. And after that disappointment, I actually wanted to go and watch Tar, but I was too lazy to leave my place, so I just watched John Wick 2 and 3. And as I mentioned in my previous video, just go watch that if you haven't watched it. They're just really, really good films. They're films that both of them individually, I didn't like them when I watched it initially, but I grew up, after the rewatch, I realized that they weren't as good as one, but it was still really good quality regardless. And if you haven't watched any John Wick film, or you're thinking about watching a John Wick film, just go watch John Wick 1. It's perfect. It's the perfect length for a movie. If you don't like it, if you like it, nothing spoil. It's not gonna be some 3-hour snore fest. Just go check it out if you're interested, you know. Speaking of John Wick, I also watched, no surprise, John Wick Chapter 4 this month, and I have a separate video on that as well. But this film, really, no opinion has changed for me. I really wanted to watch it again, but my friend didn't want to come watch it with me. Pity. But I love this film so much. Besides some questionable CGI towards the end, and John Wick being immortal on his back, it's a lovely movie, and currently my movie of the year. It's pretty early for these kind of stuff, but it was that good. I actually wanted to watch Scream 6. I was busy that day. I think I had a party I had to go for. And also I didn't enjoy Scream 5, so I just didn't deem it enjoyable to go out and watch Scream 6. So instead I watched Scream 4. And I have to say, whatever W Riz Shrek has, that brother, he has to share it. Cause look at how my man just slid into my baby Fiona in no time. He didn't do it just once, he did it twice. And yeah, overall, this film is just alright. I loved it when I was younger. I remember I think I had the DVD for the film when I was younger, and upon a rewatch, this film is just so entertaining from beginning to end. It's not as obviously it's not as dreadful as the last one. The last one was atrocious, but is he as good as the first two? Absolutely not. Would I watch it again? Absolutely. I freaking enjoyed this film, and it's different. I like the fact that it tried to be different from the previous three, and it's nice for that. It's a really nice film, and a good way to put an end to those characters story for now. And finally, the month ended with Dungeons and Dragons: Something About Thieves. And as I said, March was such a terrible month for me, so I made the mistake of watching this film on a day that I had like a ton of tests. So I was exhausted when I watched it and I fell asleep. But regardless of the 75-minute runtime I watched the movie, I enjoyed it though. It gave me major Avengers vibes from like the beginning of the film to the end, and probably that's why I liked it. It used the good bits of the Avengers, the bits of the Avengers that the Avengers aren't even using anymore, and it worked for it. And I liked it. I'm all here for that. And I hope they continue making these films. I'm all here for that. But one thing I didn't like about the film, and it's a slight spoiler maybe, I don't know. So just skip to this time if you're trying to avoid that. What was Hugh Grant's motivation? Like, I get he's the bad guy and everything, but like, why does he want Chris Pine's daughter? Like, what do you want her for? To groom her or what? I don't know. But also like the final death at the end, that they revived the person, you could just feel it coming. You could just tell that was going to happen, that somebody was going to die and they were going to have to use that they need to revive someone. It was plain obvious. But as I said, overall, the movie is really good. It's a really nice, fun film. It's a nice MCU movie that isn't an MCU movie. It feels wrong comparing it to an MCU film, but hey, if they're not going to do it, somebody has to. Even as someone that isn't really affiliated with a ton of Dungeons and Dragons, I really enjoyed myself. And will I rewatch this film after missing major parts of it? Absolutely not. I'm a college student. I cannot afford that. But if you haven't seen the film, you should definitely go try it. And not being a hypocrite. So yeah, and to TV shows, I finished The Last of Us and I really do not care. I mentioned previously, like the previous month, that I loved every bit of The Last of Us and all of that. But I don't know, I think after that episode with Bella Ramsey's character and her friend, it just destroyed my immersion for the movie. I don't know, maybe it was my mood before tuning in, or just the fact that like, it just, it was like a filler episode and it just like destroyed my immersion in what was already. I even forgot like Joe was down by that period. So it was just so annoying. It was just so annoying that that episode happened in the middle of all of that. And I didn't really care about anything after the episode again. But like, I still finished it, of course, but that episode just it was just not the same for me after the episode. The episode just personally threw me off. Maybe it's just me being a phobe, maybe, I don't know. But also at the end, I don't understand, like, and it probably happened in the game, but I hate when characters destroy everything like that. Like, come on, for what? Like, literally for what? You could still go meet your brother and live a happy life. Like, I know you got attached to her, but bro, was it worth it? And I think my hatred for The Last of Us probably carried over to The Mandalorian. But I can't lie, I'm feeling better now and I'm just enjoying The Mandalorian so far. I love Pedro Pascal again. It's Din Djarin. And Grogu is just like adorable. I watched every episode of Star Wars The Clone Wars and I really love seeing Bo-Katan in this. I don't know, just every time I see her character, it just makes me happy. And I hope this thing keeps doing it. And I'm just really enjoying The Mandalorian right now. This is what I was saying for The Last of Us previously, but I hope, hopefully, I don't go through no mood swings. I also like restarted Total Drama Island. I'm barely done with one episode, which is literally disgraceful, let's be honest, but it's Total Drama Island. Like, do I need to say more? And finally, I watched The Great, and I'm enjoying it so far. Not taking it too seriously. It's funny for the most part and it gets the job done in entertaining me. I really like Nicholas Hoult. Just wish the episodes were shorter because this is like more of like a comfort series for me. I watch it when I like have the time, but it usually just drags up too long and takes up way too much of my time. But overall, it's a really fun TV show. And I'm actually surprised it's going on till now. But yeah, The Great. And finally, I watched the Oscars. And I have to say, justice for my movie Babylon, because it should have won Best Score. And Everything Everywhere All at Once. Hey, it was a nice movie, but I don't think it was that nice.
If I say what I think, I'm suspended 6 months. So I cannot say.
Hey, thank you for watching this video. I tried to make this video as short as possible. Also playing a part in that was the amount of movies and stuff I watched this month, not being a lot. But April's coming. I have a lot of free time in April, so I'll try to watch a ton of movies, and I'll get back to you on my plan for May and June, because I'm planning something. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and thank you for viewing this. Peace.